Alright, well, welcome back everyone to FFXIV A Realm Reborn. Last we left off, we made it. We're in, our character is in Eorzea. We started off in Limsa, did a bunch of stuff there. We've gained the attention and the trust of Merlwyb, the leader of the Maelstrom. And she proposed basically a big old memorial service because there's this thing that happened called the Calamity. A bunch of people died. A lot of people died. Also, a lot of people lost their memories. And Merlwyb wants to hold a big memorial service for all of them. And so I've been sent to the different the different countries, the different kingdoms of the Alliance, to deliver basically a missive, a letter, to which all of the Alliance leaders have agreed to do. So, yeah, we're doing that. Call of the Sea. Ah, my Lord Envoy. I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Bataron, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sends word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Bataron would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. See if I remember where the, yeah, no, I immediately went the wrong way. I know I could just use the Aetherite to go back to Limsa, but you gotta, I wanna make it, it's gotta be an adventure, you know? I actually don't know if I'm heading in the right direction for the fucking airstrip, honestly. Oh, it's right over there. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, this place I want to go to. Oh! I completely forgot there was a dungeon here. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Say wherever you like, mate. I'll be with a... Well, if it ain't one and only... Well, if it ain't the one and only Sotark Rulgar. Oh, so the distinguished adventurer might be reporting for duty. Fancy that adventurer being you, eh? Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding. If you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in the details. Oh, shit! Alright. That was part one. I didn't realize. Okay. thank you for taking the time to help me out. Nah, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Sasha secret. Now I need a trustworthy source to head up north of Aleport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know. But since that nasty business over in Swiftperch, folk have been a bit uneasy. Well, I say a bit. There's all they can do to not soil themselves every time a bloody floorboards creak. If you would permit me, Master Bateron, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself, so what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? I'm gonna make sure me patrons are behaving or just thirsty. Neither. In fact, I came to welcome Sartark back to Limsa Lominsa. It is well you have returned. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after the squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sasasha Seagraw included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Curls had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sasasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I'm loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I thought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Sasasha is located in western Lenosha. For more detailed instructions on how to reach that place, I suggest you consult Vimelpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. Yeah, the man. Good luck to you, lad. Yeah, we're heading over to our first dungeon. Yeah, about Commodore Raynor's investigation. And you'll want to board a ferry bound for Aleport. Once you arrive in Western Lenosha, though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sasasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Seagrot. The hall is on the way to Sasasha, just north of Aleport. Head inside and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. I've already done that. I don't have to. Oh, well, I have to go there anyway, apparently. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jacket sent word. I heard you are to brave the depths of the Sasasha Seagrot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty, no matter what the epic tales would have you believe. Strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. You shall need the training we here at the Hall of the Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jackets scout at the mouth of the Sasha Seagrot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Duty. Yeah. I don't got to do this. Fine. I am a seasoned tank who has done no wrong. Hey, Elizabeth, how's it going? Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sawed out for a stroll. Can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback-fancied serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-face tattoos. Yeah, I know how this works, game. You don't have to tell me. So, for the dungeons, and just a lot of the duties in this game, I will be using the duty support, just to try and keep things moving on here, because I know a lot, especially with these older dungeons, queue times are probably gonna be fucking abysmal. So, just to try and get things along here, we're just gonna go straight through with a party of NPCs, especially later on when we start getting into like all the other different characters and all that. We also just get some pretty funny like flavor text going along. You're trying Final Fantasy 14 online? Hell yeah. Level 100 warrior, level 15 everybody else. Oh shit, wait, hold on. Ah, damn it, hold on here. I can abandon this. Because I forgot I have cutscene skip for this. Hold on, I wanna show the cutscenes for these dungeons. What the hell was that? Oh god, hold on. Is it character config? I believe it is. There we go. Now we should be fine. I play other games on Twitch, not just 14. I only just recently started my 14 playthrough. I'm using the New Game Plus feature. But I'm currently going through a Warhammer 40k marathon during the week. Play Mount Blade occasionally on Mondays. But I've recently been trying to switch that up a bit. And every other Saturday, I host a wrestling e-fed called WPW. We have another episode airing tomorrow. Alright. Let's see if I remember any of my... Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know how good the NPC healers are in this, so might have to be a little bit careful on pulls. Come on. And already you probably missed your level 100. Yeah, I very much so do. Okay, so something I just found out about this dungeon. You can skip through all of these giant clams and fireflies. Apparently that's like a new strat that people are doing now. Where they just blaze through all this and they don't even touch the clams. They just go straight to the boss. Have you ever played it again? I played Call of Duty. I've not really touched Counter-Strike or PUBG. Alright. Something here, I can actually take a drink and I don't have to fucking wait for people. Or count on people to wait for me. But we're gonna try that. We're gonna be a little stupid. We're gonna be a little silly. Which is I actually didn't see the thing. Oh, first try. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Let's hit the switch. Push the switch. Ah, fuck, I don't have any mid. Oh well. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I see you, you son of a bitch. Oh shit, I didn't realize. Oh, key. Need key. I need key. Come on, pull these two over here also. Just get them cleared and out of the way. Hey, Alex0001, thank you for the follow. Thank you for entering the bunker. There is no escape. I hope you realize the choice you just made. We have pizza. We do. I hope you're... Oh, did I not fucking grab the key? God damn it. Oops. Yeah, probably should have grabbed that key. Yeah, happy to have you here. Oh, okay, DPS. Just using that. Just using that little break on not the final boss. Alright. Though I can't exactly say I'm entirely shocked by that. It's just funny to see. Bad days report uses LP as soon as it can, unless you're the DPS. Yeah. Well, I mean, even then, there's two DPS, so like, even if I do play DPS, what's the chance that the other DPS NPC isn't gonna use it? You know. I do wish, though, that you could, like, tweak your duty support party members in a way that, like, kind of like how you could do in, like, Dragon Age or something like that. Where you could say, like, hey, only use LB unless, like, you know, team is dead or boss is almost killed. Don't use DPS until all bars full, that kind of stuff. This boss is almost dead. There we go. Da, 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 da. Woo, we did it. Yep, now I'm back to the drowning wench. So weird. I've gotten so used to like the later expansions having nighttime themes for all their main areas, and like, unless you're in a town, or Realm Reborn just doesn't really have that for either like Lenosha, Thanalan, or Gridania. It's very weird. I heard that band playing, hopefully non-copyrighted music. Honestly, I should be fine, because a lot of even the times they are covering like an actual copyrighted song, it doesn't really. I don't think it triggers the fucking thing, but I don't know. Aye, such a task was on the books. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha? Would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. You're right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small? It matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, our goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, sir. Back then, are you? With all your limbs and a tail to tell, I wager. Fishbacks. And there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hells. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. Thanks for shedding some light on this mystery. I knew you'd get the job done, lad. You always do. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of an adventure what can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you could bet the task won't be no skip to the sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you. Actually, because I forgot to do so, I'm gonna read the flavor text for the Sastasha dungeon. Oh, wrong one. After a period of relative silence following the Calamity, the Serpent Reavers have once again taken to terrorizing the inland hamlets of Lanosha, killing the men, kidnapping the women and children, plundering the storehouses, and burning what little they have left behind. For years, it was not known how the pirates were able to raid areas so far from the coast, until a local shepherd sighted a band of painted ruffians entering the Sastasha Sea Route, carrying large quantities of sacks and crates. Could it be that there was more to this cave than meets the eye? Yes, there was. Hey, idea about the job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. That's all I know, but whatever it is you get tasked to do, I somehow doubt it'd pose any trouble for an adventurer as survived the Bedlam and Sastasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with the mother, Miyun, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate. To Gridania! Not me almost accidentally clicking on the gold saucer. I ain't ready to go there just yet. I still haven't fully touched the gold saucer in like my five years playing this game. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine? Dare I hope that you're the adventurer Badaron sent word about? You are! The matron be praised! Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Miyun, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details and I shall brief you. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now, then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mihun, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? And good evening to you, Bolord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Luin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridani in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen sulking about the Deepcroft, with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprang up prior to the Calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the Calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The Birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake the task, friend? Yeah? You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft, and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Yeah, so I can only assume, I believe, the next dungeon after this is gonna be in Vanalan. This is where they'll take us. You're Sortok Rulgar, I take it? Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bullord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity to put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the Lesser Moon Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that's now their secret duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Sure. Since its establishment during Gelmoran times, the subterranean crypt has been used for generations as a final resting place for the remains of rulers and nobles. Since the Calamity, however, the tunnels have become overrun with the Lambs of Dalamud, a deadly cult who worships the now fallen satellite as their savior. It is in the Deep Croft that these twisted souls silently plot revenge against those who fought to prevent the advent of Dalamud, summoning any dark presence who will aid them to this end, no matter what the cost. Let's do it. I wonder if I could cheat the system and just play these dungeons unsynced and just completely just not give a shit. I probably could, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, yeah, shit. Forgot to touch the orb. Forgot to ponder it. There we go. Orb pondered. second orb pondered. Might be pushing it a bit, but we'll try it. Where the fuck are my party members at, bro? Oh my god. I didn't realize that they had pulled out the one dude. Ah shit, this ain't looking good. This is not good. Ah fuck. By all accounts, I don't think I should ever. I should be alive after that, but I pulled through it. I did it. Boss up. Oh, that's an even bigger orb. Who summons me from the void to reside within this cruel world? I don't know. Galvanth the Dominator. Ah, fuck off. And down you go. Welcome back, Sotark. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Bataron's ringing endorsement left me in a little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Avir's gone and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah, to the house of this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see our faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. And by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Oh, wait! Don't leave me alone, please! I'm so sorry, Yavir. Please forgive me. Is she carrying around his head like that? Seeds like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I want to entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in the task, say the word and I will be glad to share the details with you. So you're not averse to taking the little trip? Wonderful! As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultan's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Sotark, and good luck. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Sotark Rulgar by any chance? Neelan sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. There ain't no small praise coming from her. You didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under that sun I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Shan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. So this strapping young lad is the much lauded adventurer, is he? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Papa Shan, formerly of the Sultan's Horn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. May I be like to apprise Sotark of his mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amajina and Sons Mineral Concern, and relates to an unfortunate development at the Copperbell mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are the clan known as the Hecatoncheries, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder why they're angry. Didn't the Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used the hecatontries to work their mines, by way of enchanted helms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will, but as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate aid to contain the unbridled fury of the hecatontries, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the giant revolt was ended. The great giant revolt was ended. Buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about the Copper Bell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures were still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you didn't know, Copperbell mines are in western Thanaland. Do take care, you hear? Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina & Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell mines well, and may behoove you to seek his counsel. Looking for the Painted Mesa. You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, mate. I just hope you've got skills to go with them. Because things ain't pretty down there. The hecatontries have left the place in a right state, and nearly a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second old dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under mountains worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. Once we get the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of what to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained. But for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the hecatoncheires? I didn't think that Papa Shan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Alright, the Copperbell Mines. Abandoned and once purged of ore, Copperbell Mines lay untouched for nigh on 3 centuries until Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern reclaimed the shafts. The guild's sights set on expanding the mines downward in an attempt to tap yet undiscovered veins of valuable metal. Unfortunately, it was not riches the powder kegs uncovered, but sheer terror. For when the smoke cleared, out poured an army of raging giants from the darkest recesses of the mines. The hecatoncheires, thralls of the Lost Thorn Dynasty, were at last free from their lightless prison. 300 years of hate fueling their madness. Oh boy, here we go! Oh. Tiny key. Uh-oh. Please tell me they teleport to me. Okay, thank God. Oh, okay. I'll throw more ads in here. Hmm? Oh. Voucher repairs to hold 12 ounces of fire sand. Do I... Is there or is there not fire sand in the powder chamber, game? Did I not grab something? Is the dungeon glitched for me? Wait, hold on. You obtain a 6-ounce pinch of fire sand. Okay. The fuck is going on? Oh, there's fire sand up here. I thought there was only the one. I'm gonna be completely honest, I've only ever seen the one pinch right here. I've never seen the one up there. Oh, there we go. Ba-boom. Ouch. Huh, nice to know that apparently the NPCs are allergic to elevators. Okay. Yeah, I thought. By the 12th, what is that? That is a giant slime. It appears. Gross. Fuck me. Hey there, big guy. Ah, shit. Woo! I remember when this fight had the gimmick of ads, and then veteran players telling me not to bother with them before it was changed to this. The shame Warrior never got that hammer as a weapon. Yeah, that'd be cool. Would have been cool if it did. I saw. Hold on, I gotta look and see if I can find the post, because I remember going through the 14th subreddit one day. It was actually, this was like as of a few weeks ago. I saw someone make like a concept for like a new tank class. I can't exactly remember what it was though. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can try and find that. That is not how you spell concept. Alright, nope, never mind. Can't find anything. Can't remember what it was. Either way, It would be nice to see if we could probably get a new class for tanks. Maybe whatever they announce at FanFest will give us what we want or need. Oh. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ul'dah will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. I paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades. You know, help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. This buddy's gonna get bitch slapped. But I ain't done nothing wrong! 12 as me witness! Please, adventurer, help me, I beg ye! I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you? Are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. Come here, buddy. Come here. I just want to have a little talk. I just want to have a little chat with you, buddy. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Oh, fuck, head hurt, head hurt. I'd swear there were more refugees than when last I looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. Well, it's been 5 years since the Calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the Calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes. And problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the Calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps the situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Oh, things do take a turn for the worse. We always have the immortal flames. I dare say the blast blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like? If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins! Get your Dodo tenderloins! Get your Dodo tenderloins! Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan! Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. Peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Sir, are you alright? What happened? You there? You alive? What now? You mean to threaten... You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd! Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I will overlook this, but just this once. God's bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. You don't bear thinking about. It don't bear thinking about. You're welcome. Ever the selfless hero, I see. It has been a while, adventurer. Hey there, Yashola. Totally didn't just pick the wrong voice for you. I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you have displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. When it's over, you came upon those in need. You gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, You have demonstrated all of the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariably to serve the general good. Whether you mean it or not, it is a happy knack, and one which speaks volumes for your character. Yet for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me most. I speak of the visions you experience. Visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I'm not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the self-same talent you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause, a cause which would greatly benefit for your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think on my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Probably. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of gentlemen's woes with the women folk from time to time. Excuse you? Ah, Sotark, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at the giants in the dark. You're every elm the adventurer immune said you'd be, Sotark. The Station Master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had the fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, of all you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Sotark Rulgar? I shan't forget. Thank you, Sotark Rulgar. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be cruel, bleak business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. I thought it'd be right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Sotark. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Sotark. The Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Yeah? What could possibly go wrong? So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Old Dawn. Anyway, didn't say I warn you. Didn't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the 7th Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, I ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Sotark. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called Awakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Sotark, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them. Them has helped make you into the adventurer you are. Drop it in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Pray, go to the Waking Sands. Ah, here we are. Tataru! Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms. Oh, whoops. No, 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 no. What? I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... I came on an invitation. Here at the behest of Y'shtola. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Sotark. Sotark Rulgar, Sotark Rulgar. Ah, here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The Ant's Ascendant is within the Solar. I shall let her know to expect you. I take it you're Sotark Rulgar. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
Sup?
Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here.
I'm taller than every single one of you.
No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose.
Oh, yeah, one idea. You see, there's this wrestling promotion I've been hearing about. It's called WPW. You could probably give them a contract. I'm sure they'd be happy to go trot on over there and not deal with the shit here. Just a thought.
Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
Yeah, you tell me.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, Lend us your power.
No. I'm just kidding. Could you imagine if they actually had a choice for that? Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I've taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it is that first brought you to a... Oh, wait, that's basically something that she said earlier. I will go whether the wild rose blooms.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells?
Nah.
It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there. Welcome.
Okay.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings.
So,
I have been expecting you. Last but not least is Eorzean, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Eorzean, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldesion?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina & Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a Primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Eorzean, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a Primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the Primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If the
Oh, God damn it!
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
Oops. That's the second time it's happened. I hope my mouse isn't fucking up on me. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends at Amagina & Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all of their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see what he gives us, and see that he gives us his full cooperation. That's in Eastern Thanalan. Might just be easier to cut through Ul'dah. Wait, hold on. Is there no... For some reason I thought that, Ah, okay. Okay, I guess we are going to Central Thanalan. For some reason I thought that Ul'dah was going to get to Eastern Thanalan. It appears I was wrong. Hey, you know, fuck it, we're gonna cut through the water. Hi, I'm Mason Bard. Here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. Let's get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of Saint Adamalandama. Innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You'll find them on the Eastern Road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. It's so weird, because I keep wanting to say, like, Armalja, or Amalja, but there is no R. There is no R in their name. It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Here you go. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Almalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Almalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Almalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. Ah, a rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he is at the inn, coughing away at the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Ah, it's you, you son of a bitch. Well, gods be damned. You're the bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. What in the seven hells do you want from me now? Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here are as weary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed them some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. Well, with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them for yourself if you don't believe me. He's definitely a lot more helpful than before. Please, sir, just leave me be. I've nothing to say but this. Thalteku, or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Well then. Went about as well as I would expect. Just as I told you, wasn't it? A whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you, Ungust. You have been truly helpful. Welcome back, Sotark. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than at the Church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church, found in the northwest of here. So long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request I grant to you, but it must be born to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquis. He tends to the graves of the Lich Yard. He'll tell you where the body is to be interred. That's probably Mark or Marcus. It's one of those. It's one of those few weird pronunciations. It's probably Mark. I am Mark, yes. A body? Of course. There've been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lame to rest there. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Eorzean can. Or Eorzean can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Eorzean within the church walls. You okay there, bud? I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing drybone inhabitants? It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Mark would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the Calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Mark, and soon. The hell did Thancred get himself into this time? What didn't he get himself into is actually the real question here. Hi. Hi, cat. Hello, Mary. What you want? Thank you, Sotark. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Sotark? A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to his notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good Sister Eorzean herself? Or Sen? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. You would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. SHILL, the Lich Keeper Mark. I swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Sister Eorzean, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own. It is uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no. It could not be she, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Sotark, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Eorzean's activities. Please help! Sister Eorzean went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here, about Thalon the Order on the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems our gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Oh, whoops. There we go. Sister Eorzean was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being in the doing? No less. In the doing, no less? Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Eorzean. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Almalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Ah, there you are, Sotark. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about... Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Eorzean. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Eorzean near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Sotark. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Sure, Thancred, sure. Have me deal with the bullshit myself? Well, did anything tickle your fancy? I found this queer leaflet. This leaflet. See the wealth of knowledge to the hands of your children. Looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, got lost a minute there. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nalthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Right, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Eorzean makes of it. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? Ooh. Oh, phew. Hey, Thancred. The plot thickens, Sotark. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt and irony in there somewhere, but I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Sotark. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Sotark and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor? Ah, I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Sotark. So as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. And you are? Huh, another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey in her wisdom? Azima is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. What is it? God, it's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Sotark. This camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate. To the east of here, the eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Oh, fuck. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Sotark. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Naldthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me! Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. But very well. I am a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! Was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone else for the mess of the worlds, then blame yourselves or the gods. What? Not you again? Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No! I know nothing about that, I swear it! At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Sotark, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Let me get out of these pesterly garments. Excellent. So I think I want to head to Central first, and then... Yeah, Central, then Ul'dah, then Western. Oh boy. Oh, wait, never mind. There is a pathway to Western Thanalan from here. Okay. Welcome back, Sotark. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Almalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. Then you might take to the field suitably prepared. I might have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found in his camp in Central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. Oh god, I get to speak as a goblin. Who is Uplander come to tentering of Mutamix bubbly pots? Fighty Tool drinks to airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes! Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Yeah, here. Sure. Fighty Tool is unstrung as eating toil. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The materia master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from someone that would have struggled to cut stake into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia. An Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants a brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mutamix. Nah, I think we're good. I'm gonna go. Welcome back, Sotark. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Sotark, so make it your ally. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they meet to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Sotark. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, he will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him, such as his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. I keep reading, so... Is that in Central, or... where... Wait, where's Drybone again? Eastern Thanalan, okay. So, cut through Central, basically. Oh, fuck, I went the wrong way. Damn it. Wait, hon, is he in the bar? He's probably in the bar. Nope, he's not in the tavern. Probably in here. Yep. Ah, you're Sotark, Rulegar of the Scions? My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware of that their man Ungus has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds. Sotark, let's make sure it does. All right, let's go. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. Huh? What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Ah, snap. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the mortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Oh. Bring him. The rest of you, march! Traitorous scum. Ah, fuck. I fear the Almalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhood, your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me! I beg you! Well, if it ain't the consequences of your goddamn actions. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Ah! Ouch! Almighty Ifrit, my one true god. Your words on my bread. What? Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? I'm the main character, bitch. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal flame can serve as vessel to the blessings of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed's number, the paragon's wand of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Here we go, our first primal fight. Oh shit, should probably get that nail. I forgot about that. Got his ass. Oh, a crystal. It's a crystal. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Sotark. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybound, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking old Dawn interference into account. You should know better than rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland. Given the troubles at court, we have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do so as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Oh, at least the game takes us all the way back to Drybone. That's nice. Ah, there you are, Sotark. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope that you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds, for once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Sotark. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I shall trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands, and when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? This realm's problems won't solve themselves. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Sotark his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Sotark, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, and yet part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we could put... And now we could put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the Primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, Primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. The stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether. Crystals. Crystals, of course. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their gods become. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to the primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental with dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait. Meticulous planning, such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The Immortal Flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Sotark. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. whether she intended to or no. Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that they all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the Primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue to fight that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Sotark. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louisoix would never have allowed this to happen. God fucking damn it! I think it's this fucking button on the left side of my mouse. I think that's causing me to accidentally skip through dialogue. That's annoying as shit. I hate that. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Y'shtola that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us that you personally bested the Primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Sotark. Or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons! Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I'm given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Sotark, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard to you. To find myself wondering how word of Sotark's deeds spread so quickly, that the immortal flames should know of his triumph is to be expected. But what of the other Grand Companies? Your reputation precedes you, Master Rulgar. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder is in need of a valiant man such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Rulgar. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. As many others in Limsa, long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing your valorous deeds on behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shores of glory. No pressure. Lady Minfilia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Lominsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this aid need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Sotak hear our leaders speak, then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answers. Well, I already did this. I chose the Maelstrom. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Sotark, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention. Not all of it is friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Sotark, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Sotark. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Ahem. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the Remembrance services are taking place? Oh my fucking god, dude, this is pissing me off. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services, and Elder Seed Seer Kani-sana will deliver her address at Miketo's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the service might change. Still, there is not much we could do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Rauban Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored that there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Lominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merwin Bulofizwin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the Sentry Xanthael, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go. Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance service suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Alright, do we want to do this now? I'm not sure what exactly... I think we can stop it here and it'll keep... I think it saves our progress on the quest. I don't think it'll make us restart the quest. But I do believe this is a good place to end things off for the night. So, in the next part of Final Fantasy XIV, we'll be picking our Grand Company, which we'll be showing allegiance to. So, yeah, fun stuff. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and see who is available to raid. Who do we got? Oh, you know what? I haven't raided Sasquatch in a while. I wonder if, is he still going on, or was he about to... It looks like he's still playing right now. He's, currently doing Tetris 99. So we'll go ahead and send Sasquatch win the raid. And, as I get this raid set up, just remember, everyone, if you guys enjoyed what you've seen, and you haven't already, don't forget to follow over here on Twitch, turn on notifications for whenever I go live. There are links below from Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads, so get in all stream updates and announcements that I have. Those also link to my YouTube channel that you can subscribe to, because that is where I post the VODs for the Mountain Blade Monday series, as well as the main playthroughs I do for the channel, as well as WPW Saturday Night Showdown, all the other fun stuff. Go subscribe if you haven't already. There's the raid for Sasquatch Ring, and the raid message is going to be the bounty hunter has arrived. So be sure to go let him know who has arrived on his doorstep. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very much for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic Friday night, evening, morning, whatever the case may be. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the next episode of WPW Saturday Night Showdown. Have a good night, everyone, and see ya.